As part of learning template driven form, in this video we will include radio buttons for capturing the gender of the user who is signing up. Necessary coding for radio button is already implemented. Let me walk through the respective code. In user.ts, a new property named gender is included as constructor parameter with data type as string. Then in app.component.ts, fourth parameter for gender is added as empty string. Initially, neither male nor female should be selected in the radio button, hence we are initializing it as empty string. Now we will go to the coding in the HTML template. This is the section of code included for gender. The first div tag displays the label. The second div tag contains two input elements defined with type as radio. One input element is for male and the other input element is for female. After each input element, respective label for male and female is included. The name for both the radio buttons is defined as gender, which helps to group the two radio buttons as a single unit. The two-way data binding is done in both the input elements pointing to user.gender, which refers to the gender property we just now added in the user class. The value attribute helps to assign value when the respective input element is selected by the user. If user selects male radio button, then the value of gender element will be M, and it will be F if female radio button is selected. That is what we have defined with the value attribute. The required attribute is included to ensure user selects one of the option. This is used for validation. Finally, the template reference variable gender field is included, which helps to implement display of validation error message. We can see gender field included in the error message div tag to check if it is invalid. The explanation of two-way data binding, template reference variable, properties like touched, submitted and invalid are already explained in the earlier videos, hence it is not explained in detail over here. We will now see how it works in the page. In the page, we can see the radio buttons included for capturing gender. Initially, none of the radio button is selected. I am submitting the form. We can see validation error message displayed to select an option. I am clicking on the female radio button in the user object. We can see a new property gender and its value is F. The value gets immediately reflected because of the two-way data binding and the value attribute defined. Let me select male and see if it gets reflected in the gender property. We can see value M getting reflected in the gender. Let me summarize the changes to be done. In user.ts, include the property for gender. In app.component.ts, include the parameter value for gender in the constructor. In app.component.html, include this part of the code that displays the radio buttons for gender. After these changes, save all the files and check if it works as demonstrated. In the next video, we will implement the next sign up form element.